Oh, I definitely saw you there because my apartment now is so tiny it would be impossible to miss you. Welcome to my LA apartment tour. Okay, so this is my tiny 400 square foot studio apartment in LA, in Koreatown. I've been told by my friend Asante that I shouldn't give you my exact address. I don't know why, but I won't do it. I won't. As I walk into my apartment, I can see that over here I've got some shelving where I've got my kitchen stuff just inside the door. Yep, because I don't have a lot of space, so I decided to do this. Bike helmet. Just to the left of my door is a little mini fridge. Here's where I keep important things like water and kimchi and my hopes that someday I'll be on the less than famous panel at VidCon. Someday. Dog stuff. Here's some cabinetry. And because my ceilings are so high, I put a lot of stuff up there. Hey look, that paper bag is floating. Inside the cabinets I've got food. I like putting my food in the cabinets because that protects them from roaches, but not gunfire because there's a lot of gunshots in LA. And why are there still guns? Why isn't there gun control? Anyway, I also have some food over here. Got a little microwave. I'm very happy about this thing I did. The light comes on and then I can see what I'm cooking on my little hot plate here. Yay! There's my dad looking over me. Hi Dad, I miss you. I know you were in the army and I'm opposed to imperialism, but I still miss you. And my toaster. Below my kitchenette counter is a little drawer where I keep my silverware, my granola bars, and I hope that someday YouTube will actually respond to the trolls attacking people and shut that shit down. But for now, mostly silverware. Here's my tiny vacuum cleaner. It's useful for picking up dog hair, but doesn't do a thing about shitty periodical websites like BuzzFeed stealing ideas from artists without paying them or giving them credit. There's only so much a vacuum cleaner can do. Moving back a little bit, you can see that I have a little kitchen shelving system set up over here. It's got my blender, got my rice cooker. Very important in Koreatown. Got my hot water kettle, got my doggy bank. Quarters for laundry, that's downstairs. Drying rack for dishes after I've washed them in my bathroom. That's right, it's very tiny apartment. And tea, which is what I drink when I'm thinking about how there really isn't enough representation on YouTube or at VidCon, but with a couple of panels, it seems like there is. And a picture. Swinging down to the middle of my apartment, I've got my red easy chair and my footrest. I do really enjoy sitting here and thinking about how horrible it would be if Donald Trump became president. Look, Brexit happened, Trump could happen. Vote! And then here we have my sofa bed, which currently is in its sofa configuration and pressed very closely against this wall. I don't actually sit on it like this. I'll push it back away from the wall when I want to sit there or go to bed. Because that's where I sleep as well, and dream about things like trans people being treated like regular people. Because they are! What the hell, bathroom bills? From this perspective, you can see my curtains and my blinds. And I even have some car window reflectors to really keep out the heat. And this is a thing called an evaporative air cooler. It draws water up from the well down there into the vent over there, and it pushes cool water out into my apartment. It helps a lot. It drops the temperature by like 5 to 10 degrees. And then over here I've got my entertainment system and my Xbox system, which I mostly use for watching movies and stuff. And oh look, there's the tripod that I use for my camera. I set my camera on there when I'm going to do vlogs. That's the plan. There's a little image of Korean people dancing. That's legit. It's actually from Korea. In the corner is Drew's storage stuff. Those are all the doggy things that she uses. Towels, shoe toys, poop bags. You don't need to see that. My hula hoop is too big to use in this apartment, but I'm not giving it up yet. Here's my coffee table. Ooh, check this out. My coffee table transforms. Now it's a work table. That is now totally tall enough for me to sit there on the edge of my sofa bed and work. And Drew will oftentimes lie down there while I'm working. When she's not lying down there, she's lying in her bed. You'll notice she has a gel cooling pad. That gel cooling pad is amazing. Some sort of endothermic reaction makes it draw all the heat away from whoever is lying on it. I've tried standing on it, my feet got cold. But just for a little bit of extra cooling, I also have a little fan down there blowing right at her. It keeps her nice and cool. If I pull back a bit, you'll see that this is my computer desk space. Here is a little stand. Under there are some files, and then my printer. And then on top of my printer, I put this lamp because I couldn't figure out anywhere else to put it. It might be easier to see my computer desk set up from over here. So there's my mid-century modern desk and a very simple IKEA chair. Oh look, my VidCon bag. I'm using that as a cushion. And then I got a couple things over here that I can use to set up my computer space in either a sitting configuration like this, or I can put that little shelf, also from IKEA, on top of that shelf, and then it becomes a standing desk. It totally does. That's Emily Grace back there watching us. Hi, Emily Grace. And then we move up the computer desk to see, look, I got a vinyl sticker from VidCon from my friend Nicole Sweeney, if Sweeney says. And then here's my badge from VidCon. Never forget! Plus the Consent is Rad and Uplift Together badges from when I was doing my volunteer shift at Uplift. This is Allie Taylor's Brilliant Disabilities on YouTube VidCon 16 panel button. It's great. And then here's a Peace Over Violence button that I got from the Uplift booth. That's from an organization that's based out of LA. Rhiannon McGavin, the Geeky Blonde, works with them. Here's Famous Staplers. I mean, the less than famous button. I make jokes about famous staplers, but I love this button. I wish I had the shirt too. And then, as you may recall, I have a few shirts. Yay, shirts! We can come here into my little hallway space. I call it a hallway. And here are my books. These are all the books that I retained, basically. Put them all on a bookshelf, along with some like electronic devices. My TARDIS. I need my TARDIS. Oh look, there's Puppet Paul watching over me. It's a little creepy. A little creepy. And then up here, that's where I put my pull-up bar. And then because I had so much height here, I decided to use these upper spaces here for my bags. I hang up my bags up here. Coming into the bathroom, you can see that I have a little table here. Is that to squat and surf? Maybe. But it's also for when I actually wash dishes and stuff in my bathroom sink, because I don't have a kitchen sink. So I wash things in the bathroom and also shower in here and stuff. It's a perfectly fine bathroom. I like it. I really like the fact that there's a window. Just to combat the heat, I put up my dark shower curtain in there. And so if it's particularly hot and sunny, I'll just close that curtain and that'll make this bathroom dark. Otherwise, it's always bright in here. And then to this side of the bookshelves is my walk-in closet. You can't really get a sense from this camera how huge this closet space is, but it is enormous. There's so much space in here. I'm very proud of how I've organized this, actually. This is really nice for me. These are my wall shoe boxes. Yep, I keep my extra shoes in here. Isn't that nice? This is my old handmade, slightly vintage dresser drawer slash secretary desk. Check it. What? That's a desk. Yeah, it is. Wow. Down there are my tools and my exercise equipment. And then here's all my, basically my nice clothes. My nice clothes are all hung up here. I kind of went for a rainbowish organization. And then laundry baskets. And then back there are more tools and my comic books. And storage. My step stool here, that allows me to get up to these high shelves. Also in the kitchen space. I got this from IKEA. I basically just use it for more drawer space. Mirror. I hung the mirror there so I can walk out of my bathroom and see what I look like. Scary sometimes, but it's necessary. That is my LA apartment tour. Like I said, it's only 400 square feet. It is tiny, and I really think it's pretty comfortable and kind of cozy at this point. I'm really happy with how I've organized all the little parts of it. In the comments below, tell me your favorite part of my apartment, or ask me about a thing that you saw that I didn't talk about, because there are a few things I didn't mention. Or tell me anything that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. If you like what you saw, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. That would be great. Please share this video on Twitter, Tumblr, or Facebook if you'd like other people to see it. That would be a huge help to me. And just to let you know, now that I'm finally settled into my LA space and VidCon is over, I'm going to try to make videos on the regular again and bring back my live shows. So I haven't gotten any confirmations yet, But some of the people who are on my list of people I'm going to have co-host my live shows with me are Aaron Williams from Abrica Awesome, Taha Khan from Can't Stop Me, Echo Gillette of BAM, and Anthony D'Angelo, our cool web friend. I'll figure out the dates and let you know. I really missed this. Those 2 months were... I mean, I needed a time away, but I really missed being on YouTube. Anyway, I'm back now. Thank you so much for watching till the end. And like I say at the end of all of my videos, tomorrow will be even better.